Today I will be discussing the issue of ethnic discrimination which occurs amongst ethnic minorities. The focus age group will be adolescents. When discussing ethnic discrimination amongst adolescents from ethnic minorities, researchers usually focus upon the discrimination that takes place from the adolescent's peers. Many various psychological effects of discrimination can result in the adolescent stage from peer ethnic discrimination. The second main topic of discussion deals with the ways or methods to protect adolescents from experiencing prolonged negative effects from peer discrimination. Researchers have identified that a positive ethnic identity plays a key role in counteracting or buffering ethnic discrimination. Many of the same studies identify the key role that ethnic socialization processes play as well. For successful socialization practices can result in a strong positive ethnic identity in adolescents. Revis, Drake, and Hughes conducted a study concerning peer ethnic discrimination and the psychological well-being of adolescents living in America. The participants were in the 6th grade and were of Chinese background. Their study discusses the extreme mental effects that discrimination can have on the teenagers, such as self-esteem issues and depression. Such negative outcomes of discrimination can result in decreased mood and performance in school, even to the extent of the adolescents dropping out of school. Another study was conducted which shows the effects that ethnic discrimination can have. This study was conducted by Wong and others and is titled "The Influence of Ethnic Discrimination and Ethnic Identification on African American Adolescents' School and Socio-Emotional Adjustment." This study discovered that ethnic discrimination, and I quote, "such ethnic discrimination has substantial bearing on the psychological development of African American adolescents." So they say that such discrimination has a substantial, a very significant effect. Their study found evidence that experiences of discrimination can have potential threats to academic motivation, positive mental health, self-esteem, and it can even lead to disruptive social behaviors. Ethnic identity, an acting buffer. A vast body of academic literature exists which examines the role one's ethnic identity plays in protecting against ethnic discrimination outcomes. All of the articles I am using focus on the significant role of a positive ethnic identity. Revis, Drake, and Hughes note that amongst a broad range of ethnic minorities who live outside of their native country, ethnic identity has had a great effect in producing positive self-esteem, fewer depressive symptoms, and a general positive sense of well-being amongst adolescents. Their study, which focused on Chinese American adolescents, draws from previous research which discovered that one's ethnic identity can serve as a buffer that can ward off negative outcomes from peer discrimination. Likewise, another research study, the study conducted by Wong and others, seeks to answer the question, does African American ethnic identity buffer racial discrimination? In which their results answer the question with a strong yes. Ethnic identity can serve to promote and protect. A positive ethnic identity can serve as a buffer when adolescents experience, for example, peer discrimination in school. So, how do minority adolescents develop a positive ethnic identity? The answer is the next topic of discussion. It comes from successful ethnic socialization efforts, especially those within the home. Ethnic socialization is the process of teaching the next generation of their cultural heritage, beliefs, and customs. Parents play a very important role in ethnic socialization processes, while one's peers and other family members contribute as well. Ethnic socialization efforts have been shown to be linked with ethnic identity in adolescent development. Adolescents develop a healthy, positive ethnic identity very much in part due to ethnic socialization that occurs amongst peers and within the home. Dimitrova and others performed a comprehensive study examining the effects of ethnic socialization and identity on the life satisfaction and school achievement in adolescents from a very heavily oppressed ethnic group who is found in Europe. The Roma people was the ethnic group that they studied. They're also commonly known as gypsies. So although their findings did not show to be positive in regards to school achievement, they found that socialization efforts created a sense of life satisfaction through the effects of ethnic identity. So, ethnic socialization is very much an important step in counteracting or buffering the effects of ethnic discrimination early on in childhood and on throughout adolescence. To recap, the negative effects of ethnic discrimination were discussed. Ethnic discrimination can harm adolescent development. It can hinder their psychological well-being and hinder successful school performance. Ethnic identity was discussed as a solution to stopping the negative outcomes of discrimination to arise. Ethnic identity comes about through various processes, especially through socialization processes practiced in the home and in the community. Parents should not overlook the effects of peer ethnic discrimination. It is important that their children know who they are and where they came from, their value systems and beliefs. It is important that parents and the ethnic community as a whole foster a strong, positive ethnic identity through socialization efforts.